Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is girl Shot Blast and I'm back in the building. Hey. Come on.
Like that, yeah, we like that. Hey. Ready to fight back, ready to fight back. Hey. But they don't like that, no, they don't like that. The power be in my people and power strike back. Yeah. You know they lied and they cheated, saw the truth, we believe it. If the twerk was a cook, we never look, we conceded. They got us like paraplegic, frozen, stiff and depleted. Body back by the waist, our history we repeat it. Still they don't like the Kennedys, we all public enemies. The program satanic, tapping into our energies. They will super soaker, call themselves black and noble. Their position is global, so our transition is vocal. It all start with the churches, killer bees be the workers. Missionaries, they carry the wickedness to usurpers. You know they hate us and bait us, then they miseducate us. Religions intimidate us, so we worship and invade us. They agree to embed it, bloodline is pathetic. Loyalty to the royalty, second cousins to wedding. Guillotine to behead them, yes the queen has said it. Elohim's the legend, awaken sisters and brethren. I know you like that, yeah, we like that. Ready to fight back, ready to fight back. But they don't like that, no they don't like that. The power be in my people and power strike back, yeah. And time to waken, can't you feel the earth shaking? We aroused in 1,144 acres. No, we ain't paper chasers, more like movers and shakers. Bringing the sentence with vengeance to Mother Earth on the case. From niggas to niggas, from rednecks to wiggers. When they try to come get us, they using your public figures. Concentrated to camper, microchippers to samples. Unity is the key, connecting all the bandanas. Your televisions and cameras, so don't switch to the box. Microphones in your home, whether you like it or not. No, we ain't overcoming, we just bumming and bumming. Ain't recognizing your third eye, it's your second coming. I know you like that, yeah, we like that. Ready to fight back, ready to fight back. But they don't like that, no, they don't like that. The power be in my people and power strike back, yeah. I just look for Houdini, I study Kundalini. Raising up through my vertebrae till I see the G. So if your chakras are open, know that you are the chosen 144,000 around the spell has been broken.
Shot Blast, are you prepared to stand up for the liberation of your people?
I am.
Are you willing to fight against the wickedness and evil of this present day system?
I am.
Wait a minute, Shot Blast. We saved your people. We brought you over here from Africa. We gave you a new name, a new culture, a new language, a new religion, a new God. So what do you say to that?
Fuck you. The power be in my people against the forces of evil. Got you looking for paradise through eyes of the needle. So as you look for Houdini, I study Kundalini. Raising up through my vertebrae till I see the genie. I know you like that, yeah, we like that. Ready to fight back, ready to fight back. But they don't like that, no they don't like that. The power be in my people and power strike back, yeah. Broken, battered and bruised, man, we lost in confusion. Believe in the illusion, so no revolution could take place till you erase the false faith that you embrace. Carrying loads of dead weight, we displaced. So over this earth curse with hate, still bowing down to masters who burn and castrate. We so defiant, spiritual slaves, deaf to blind, been intertwined, can recognize your black sign. You think not, so we rock braids and twist knots. That's non-ether, galaxy rays and equinox. The soul seeker, astro sign beat the clock. The age of the worry, never shift and rise. Do you like that? Yeah, we like that. Ready to fight back, ready to fight back. But they don't like that, no they don't like that. The power be in my people and power strike back, yeah. Do you like that? Brothers and sisters, it is definitely the time for you to recognize what stage we're in. We are definitely in the last days. They're plotting against us, they're trying to take us down. But you must realize if you tap into your energies that they tried to keep you from, the ancestors, they have another plan. I'm calling on the ancestors. The ancestors. All right. We're about to get this thing popping. Saroon, can I get a mic check? Are you in the building?
I'm in the building.
All right. Well, this is going to be our first show. Welcome, everybody, to the return of StockNet Radio. And the reason why I came back on the air because
I feel that it is about time that we bring this information and this knowledge to the fore. Sharud and I have been taking this walk for a mighty long time. For those who don't know, my name is Blessed. I am a, writer, author, entrepreneur, everything. I am a soldier for the great cosmic mother. And I'm just here to help set some records straight. I'm here to bring forth, like I said, some knowledge that a lot of people are afraid to talk about because they're either riding on the fence, they have allegiances to other groups or people. But I only hold allegiance to one spirit, and that's the great cosmic mother. And I'm here with my homie. Sharud is in the building. This is going to be like no other show. This is not about entertainment. It's not about fun, games, and laughter. I don't have any music playing. Only music you hear playing is probably music that I have and some other music that's relative to the topic. And we're about to really go in with this book starting on page 1. We'll be continuing this. I don't know if we're going to be doing it weekly yet or bi-weekly or monthly. We want people to get a chance to get the book. We'll drop the link in the chat room. And we want you to call in and read along with us. If you have any questions, we'll go over some things. And those of you who have information to add to this book is not a story book, by the way. This book is it's like a reference book full of documentation of relics and statues and all types of evidence that prove that black women have been here on this planet. We have always been here. We have been here longer than the men. We are older than Egypt. We are older than India. We are older than all of these civilizations that have come after us, who have grafted themselves into our story, who have changed our symbols and grafted themselves into our symbols, who have changed our laws and grafted themselves into our laws, who have changed our images and our words and our text, and have grafted and remixed and put them and replaced them and took us out. So we're here to set this record straight. So before further ado, I'm going to let my homie Sharud in the building. If you want to give some words of wisdom before we start reading this book and your background, and so I'll let you have the floor now.
Well, good evening, everyone. I am here to support all the efforts of the Great Cosmic Mother and also to recognize Mama Zobe and her tremendous work in writing MAMI WATA, African's Ancient Goddess Unveiled, Volume 1, Reclaiming the Ancient MAMI WATA Voodoo History and Heritage of the Diaspora. It's an excellent work. I hope you get a copy. I believe you can get it from lulu.com. The work, fantastic. The work is it's a document that is dear to my heart. I cherish it. You should see my copy. It's so beat up. I have so many underlines and stickers sticking out of it, and because it nourishes the soul, and it's the information. Those of us who've been on this path for a long time, and we gather bits and pieces of ourselves along the way. And when I got my hands on this book, it just solidified everything I had been learning for the past 15, 20 years, and I was just so happy to see my intuition confirmed, and I'm just glad to be here today.
Yes, indeed. Well, since we were having all these technical difficulties in the beginning, we lost some time. I know you have to, be at work early in the morning. The show is scheduled for 2 hours. We're already about 23 minutes in.
It's all good.
There is an additional hour afterwards. We'll see how it goes. If others call in who have the book and want to continue to read on, it will be off air. It would only be on the phone, but you can listen back to it in the archive. So I guess without further ado, let's get it started. Let's get this thing started. Both of us had the pleasure of meeting Mama Zobe. Both of us had went to her home and spoke with her and sat with her. And she's a phenomenal woman. This woman is like family. I consider her kin. She's definitely a mother figure. She's not on no BS and no bullshit. She's the real deal. I can't speak highly enough of her. From the first time I heard her voice, I felt a kinship with her, like family. I just can't speak highly enough for her. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get started. So, Saruda, who do you wanna get? You wanna start? You want me to start or?
Doesn't matter. It's your show. You start. We start with the forward.
Okay. Go with the forward. Okay. I'll get started. Forward. Why I self-published. The decision to self-publish was partly forced upon me and partly a personal one. When the idea was first presented, along with sample chapters, the several major publishers all were keen to the subject, with the exception of one major Southern university, who promptly informed me that they did not think that the country would be interested in African mythology. And though the others were interested, they too were quick to voice their disinterest in the historical development of MAMI or the Voodoo religion. They suggested that they would publish, providing this aspect was omitted, and the major concentration be on, quote-unquote, how-to, or Voodoo's, quote-unquote, practical application. They were interested, and they said, in crossing the religions over, quote-unquote, meaning providing a guilt-free seed of cheap ritual information to the ever-growing, quote-unquote, new age religious communities who have suddenly discovered the power of what they think is voodoo. These publishers, in essence, demanded that I market more of the same exploitative, self-serving, self-help junk books that, as a priestess, is not only impossible, irresponsible, and dangerous, but in the long run would contribute nothing to serve the African and diaspora communities whose birthright and destiny is intimately connected to how much of the ancient spiritual history that flows deeply in their blood and soul. They learn in order to understand their spiritual selves and to properly reintegrate it back into their individual and collective lives. The voodoo is its history. It is the conveyor of divine power and unapologetic historical truth. It is history is presented in the spirit in which it was created. Example, harsh, dark, and bittersweet, with all credit due to its originators, the African ancestress, the first mother of all creation. But the voodoo is also brutally honest, intensely projecting the will of the gods, the agency of its African clerical progeny. Without the accurate telling of its history, there could be no cleansing, and thus no tangible foundation in which the spirits can engulf, transform, and present themselves on behalf of the spiritual and moral growth, development, and transformation of the African people. And to those who respectfully acknowledge and honor its original source, the African ancestors. Today, if one were to accept what is presented by some authors in their haste to integrate themselves into an African paradigm where they historically did not exist, one could easily lose sight that these are African religions. Birthed in the womb and transported over to the New World through the blood, sweat, and horrendous sacrifice of millions of enslaved Africans and voluntarily transported across the great Atlantic Ocean. Having survived more than 500 years of one of the most egregious, under compensated acts of inhumanity the world has ever known. Many, especially in the diaspora, have forgotten that it was not Jesus, but the African spirits who are due the credit for their survival. Presently, there is not a single individual who boasts initiation into an African religion where their road does not ultimately trace back to a jet black African who is now unappreciated and forgotten by them. It is ignorant and arrogant to deny this, just as it is ignorant and arrogant to practice Judaism if one is a hater of Jews, to practice Hinduism If one despises and rejects the humanity of the Hindu, conversely, it is equally ignorant and arrogant to claim an African God as one's own and reject the humanity and the predominance of the African people in their own ancient spiritual path, which their ancestors created and suffered for them. Yet despite the many votaries who come to love African spirits and insist upon a universal, meaning non-African approach to worship, there exists not one single community, ancestral shrine dedicated to the priesthoods of those African mothers and fathers whom so many claim their cachet, divine strength. This is disturbing and yet profoundly revealing. Unfortunate, too, they are usually the authors of those faceless books flaunting African names that currently flood the markets on voodoo or African spirituality. Often written to anchor, validate, and to justify themselves at the expense of African people. They, too, are usually void of any coherent, integrative African cosmology in which the African ancestors remain front and center. Most of these authors are usually incapable of understanding, let alone respecting the African spiritual intellect, and clearly possess no stake in the African people, nor in the enrichment of their communities. Though we can expect much more of this, it is important to understand that this trend is not new. It is a part of a historical continuum whose roots extend way back into ancient history, when African religions, so heavily pillaged and demonized today, were the main civilizing divine force in the entire ancient world. Fortunately, due to the profound wisdom of the African ancestors, they did not reveal their true mysteries to outsiders then, and for no amount of money, the overwhelmingly majority will never know the true mysteries today, at least not as the Africans. It is being their birthright has the inherent potential to know, which is why the ancestors must be honored by them as they are forced to honor the ancestors of others. Let me read that again. I don't think